On February the 9th, Mariah Thomas was at home with her 1-month-old baby. Mariah put her baby in a hot oven for an undisclosed amount of time. Mariah's grandfather was told something was wrong with the baby and he needed to return home immediately. Upon arriving home, he ran inside the house. He smelled smoke inside the house and found the baby inside her crib, deceased. He picked up the baby and he asked what happened, to which Mariah replied, "I thought I put her in a crib and I accidentally put her in the oven." The grandfather called 12 and handed the baby over to KCFD. The victim was declared dead on arrival. Mariah was arrested and charged with endangering the welfare of a child. If convicted, she'll serve between 10 to 30 years in prison. So, your grandfather comes home and he finds your baby deceased, okay? Now, there's no way you're crazy, okay? Because you had a blue iPhone and your blue iPhone wasn't damaged, but your baby was, okay? If you was crazy, your blue iPhone would have been messed up too, okay? So it's nothing wrong with you, okay? So we don't want to hear any of that mental illness stuff because there's nothing wrong with you, all right? Because you even lied, so you knew you did something wrong because you lied about it. You said, "I put the baby in the oven. I thought it was the crib." That was a lie. That wasn't true. Because ovens and cribs do not look alike, all right? And it wasn't like it was 3 or 2 or 4 in the morning and you was half asleep after being awake with the baby or anything like that. This was the middle of the day, right after lunchtime. Your family say most of that time around that time you're normally up, eating lunch or talking to the family. So it was nothing wrong with her, okay? So like I say, I'm wondering, how did your baby get cooked and your iPhone didn't? Okay, so you wanted access to social media, but you didn't care about having access to your baby, okay? And that's what this says by her still having that iPhone, okay? And if 12 wouldn't have took that iPhone from her, she still have that iPhone in perfect condition, working condition. Her baby, no longer, okay? So Mariah, she valued this iPhone more than she valued her baby, okay? Because the iPhone didn't get cooked. The iPhone is in evidence and it's still working right now, okay? They could take it out of evidence and sell it, do whatever. So that's messed up. Now, she said this was an accident. What type of accident? Okay, if this was an accident, the oven wouldn't have been turned on, okay? The oven was turned on. So what was you cooking? Okay? What was you cooking before you put the baby in there? Because if it was an accident, like you said, the oven wouldn't even have been on. Why did you really do this? Was this something? Did this have something to do with your baby daddy? Because I'm wondering, why would you be so angry at this baby? Okay. So I'm thinking this could have kind of stemmed with some issues from her baby daddy. Okay. Maybe he wasn't there like she thought he was gonna be, and it was just her and the baby, and she was just angry. All right, so, and I don't know if this lady was drunk or intoxicated or what, before she put this baby in this oven. All right, so the oven was turned on, it was hot, and she would have heard if it was an accident, she would have heard noises, and like nobody does that by accident. So I'm not even going to consider that. I think she just told her grandfather that, just as an instant response so she wouldn't get in trouble. But it was beyond getting in trouble with your grandpa at this point, because 12 didn't enter the chat. All right, so what now with this Mariah girl, I'm wondering, she had a baby now. What happened to getting married and having babies? All right, and I believe that's some of what this was. If she would have just been married, you know, like God said, we get married, then we have babies, and that solves some of these problems, okay? Because the dad should have been there, the mother should have been there, and they should have been married with this kid, all right? Not just her alone with this kid, like she Macaulay Culkin with this kid, all right? And she wasn't qualified to take care of a baby, all right? She could have one, but she wasn't qualified to take care of one and raise one on her own. She was still trying to maybe raise herself up at this time, and just was just happened to end up with a baby, and the baby's father was nowhere around. Like I say, she wasn't married to the baby's father, and they weren't staying together in a family unit. So that's what happened. So I suggest, if you're gonna have babies, just have babies with your wife or your husband. All right. And it's messed up this happened. My prayers go out to this family, because this could have been avoided. This didn't have to happen. All right. And I don't know what else to say. I'm out of here.